Well, I'm out very early this morning, and I'm actually in Kedwick on the banks of the Dewentwater. There's this chap here, look. Good morning, sir. I see you have a bad leg. Can't help your leg, sorry. Good morning. Look how beautiful it is here. You see that the sun has just come out. Still got clouds on the top of the fells around here. Beautiful place. Yes, it's chucking it down with rain, but this is a place I've been coming all my life. I just feel at home here. So I've stayed a couple of nights in Keswick. Basically, this is a change of scene, because I've been working quite hard on a new book about Rennes Chateau, another place that means a tremendous amount to me. But I just needed a change of scenery, so here I am. And it's got the desired quest. I've been reading a lot also about Solomon, King Solomon. What an impressive guy, you don't realise. Obviously the son of King David, who built, and Solomon built the huge temple. But it's as if he was chosen by God to do because of his wisdom. So he was a leader that looked after his people, and also had the wisdom to do it the right way. Yeah, so King Solomon knew the right way to work for his people, which of course would be for him as well. So much so that angels appeared to him. I've just been reading an article, well, a treatise really, called The Testament of Solomon from the 1st century BC or AD, one of the two. Doesn't really matter. But it tells of how after King Solomon finished sorting out the whatever he needed to after his father, King David, died, he was resting up in a valley, and various angels appeared and demons, and they all blessed him and gave him a rock, which they're all inscribed rocks. And King Solomon used these rocks as a talisman on a magic ring. But he used I mean, you've all heard of the wisdom of Solomon. By the way, this is a place called Bishop's Point. It's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? It's beautiful. Yeah, you know, we've all know about the wisdom of Solomon. The story where there was a child, two ladies with one child, and they were all both claiming that child belonged to them. So Solomon said, well, we'll kill the child, we'll separate, we'll slice it in two, you can both have half. And that was how he knew who the real mother was, because the mother was the one that said, no, she can have it. So what I'm thinking is just that to have a leader like that, imagine, you know, we just have the opposite, really. It seems like rather than working for the people, our leaders work for some other people, and it's with their own agendas. So let's hope we can. I don't see where it could come from, but I know that it can happen. You know, these things can come out of nowhere if only we have the faith to believe that. When I say faith, I don't mean a religious faith, spiritual faith, that this can happen, because it can. Circumstances can change overnight, and they always do. But anyway, first thing in the morning, Bishop's Point on Dewentwater, in the pouring rain. Couldn't be better. That's Cat's Bells over there. That's huge, a huge mountain, and then Maiden Moor behind it, and then a place called Dale's Head, which has got the steepest bit of climbing you can imagine. I can't do any of them now. Maybe I'll get fit again. But of course, Solomon was a magician, wasn't he, as well? So just a very powerful one, and he would use his ring to control demons. Apparently he would press the ring onto their neck, and he would control any demon, all of them, even the most powerful. But he got wealthy, his lands got wealthy, and basically a massive success. So that makes you think as well, doesn't it? There are powers that can be used if treated with respect. But now we are so material that we couldn't even believe that. Yet it definitely is so. This is the Ruskin Memorial. He was a very famous poet and a friend of William Wordsworth, both Lake District poets. From a time when rich people like that could afford to visit the Lake District, and common people such as my forebears wouldn't have a chance to come here. You know, we are so lucky. We are so lucky for the freedoms and the privileges that we have these days. But people don't notice it. People don't agree. They don't see it. I mean, certainly my grandmother, they didn't have a toilet, did they, or a bathroom. They had to stick a basin in front of the fire, and the toilet was out in the yard. We are so lucky for what we've got now, yet people don't seem to realise it, you know. And the problem is, if we don't have gratitude for what we've got and treat it with respect, it will go. It will go. So in a way, we're controlling or helping that destiny with our own behaviour. So this really is one strikingly beautiful place. You get your boats out from down here, your rowing boats in the summer, and you can take them out around the lake for an hour, or as long as you want, really. But it is one beautiful place. How would you like to live on that island there? Now on the edge of town, there's a place called the Boulder Stone. It's a huge stone with a ladder up it. And that used to be owned by, it was a lord I think he was, he supposedly built a church beneath it. But whether he was, I think he was more of an occult leader, really, because that would make a lot more sense. Because he also bought that island. So please do click on subscribe and on the bell to be notified of these future videos.